Where's your customers?
My what?
Customers.
Everywhere. They don't come until I tell them it's ready.
Hey boy, I got your green valuables. How about that funny fountain secret? Behold, the jumping shoes of the awesome bunny of Oxidacia. But do they really work? Watch. 1, 2, 3. Wow! That's the kettle rich with the red
Bacon.
The shoes are for big bunnies, Tigger. Might take some getting used to. You're right. I just need to practice a bit. Like for a week. Bunny? Yeah, big fella who jumps at night, bounces while you sleep or something like that. Well, I gotta get back to work. Oh, Tigger. She looks so...
Definitely stay dry. Like you're going to do something with your toast before it got cold.
Tigger, you don't seem to be going...
Is this Pudgy or Tippy?
That's kind of
Tippy. Tippy. Look up here. It is snowing just lightly here, and it's approximately 10:17 on the 4th of February 1989, as you can see. How about that? And this is the old homestead, I guess you call it. That's what they called it back in the cowboy days. Let's get another shot of that one. How about that? Let's get plenty good shots of that. cold out here, in case you hadn't figured it out. It's very cold, probably 3 or 4, maximum 5 degrees. That's all right, I like that. Let's try it again just for the heck of it. This is looking over towards the other side of Strax, down toward whatever town that is. I would guess it to be towards, not Machias, but out toward Arcadia, I guess. Ed's house, Ed's Tracks. Hey, I got it. Hey, wait a minute.
See you when you get here.
Okay, then.
Wait a minute.
So what you got?
Pat,
What?
keep talking for a minute so we can see Dad, get a picture of Dad talking to you on the
Maybe
phone.
he don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, he does.
No, he thought he'd see me.
You gonna bring Michelle with you?
I might.
You gonna bring Marlene with you?
But she's not home.
I mean, Melissa.
She's not home.
Oh, she went to, she lives in Delavan.
Yeah, Melissa lives in Delavan and Marlene's gone to Olean.
And you got how many grandchildren?
Oh, I got 3 that are driving me nuts.
What's their names?
See, we got Danny and Lisa and Brandy.
Danny and Lisa and Brandy. And which one is Michelle's?
Lisa and Brandy.
Lisa and Brandy.
Yeah.
That's 2 little girls.
Yeah.
And Danny is
Marlene.
Marlene.
Yeah,
And
she
she's
can't understand things well.
She's working at at Bell's.
Right.
I was there today and I almost got her in trouble.
Oh, no.
I asked where she was and the lady said, well, I don't know. And she started checking and come to find out that she was off and had swapped with somebody, but nobody seemed to know.
Oh, yeah, the manager knows it, just the girl that's in the office don't know because she's not there during the week.
Yeah, that's what I found out. Almost got her in trouble.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
He's always getting somebody in trouble, isn't he?
Yeah, he changed, any.
I ain't changed any?
No.
Thanks.
He'll be the same 100 years from now.
Bring a 6-pack of beer. Bring a 12-pack of beer up, will you?
You don't
I'll
drink?
pack a beer.
Don't
Yeah.
drink beer, do you?
You guys drink beer, don't you?
It's bad for your health.
Oh, no, it's good for your health.
Huh?
Good for your kidneys. No, I'm just kidding. Don't bring nothing up. Just bring your grandkids and your daughters.
Well, I'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Okay, we'll
Okay,
talk
we'll see you guys.
to you later,
Okay,
Pat.
bye.
Bye.
Well, hey, this is the first time I've used this since I've been up here. Okay, let's see. You are going to be 80.
Is that on?
Yeah, it's on. You're going to be 80 what?
85.
85.
58.
You're born in 1902.
What year is this?
Let me see. I'll check the date. 1992.
Well, then that 1902 wouldn't quite make it, would it?
Oh,
It'd make me a lot older than I am by about 5 years.
Well, how old are you? Whoop, where are you going?
I gotta get up and move. What do you want?
Oh, well, tell me about, let's see, what was life like in the Depression?
Just like now.
What was it like, though?
Just about like now. About the same, only now you got a little bit more leniency, a little more leeway.
Now you don't have
You
to get...
can go to the store if you got the money to go to the store.
Did you have coupons for gas?
Yes, sirree, Bob.
How did they give you them? Was it based on your
If you
children?
were a farmer, you could get 5-gallon tickets for tractors and 5-gallon tickets for your truck and that stuff. But if you had a car, you got 3-gallon tickets. You could get 3 gallons. And one guy, Al Backus told me one guy would come in, he'd get 1.5 gallons of gas and have Al put it in the tank. He'd have another 1.5 gallons put in the can. And one day Al asked him why he did that. He said, that way I know when I run out I got enough to get home. And that was exactly the way it was.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, much did you earn, and where did you work during the Depression?
During what?
The Depression, 1929. You must have been working.
Worked for the, well, what do they call it again? It was
WPA?
You had to work for your paycheck.
Huh?
You had to work for your check.
Well, I understand that. We all do.
No, I mean your food check that you
Oh.
got from the welfare.
Oh. Okay.
WPA, that's what I was trying to
WPA.
think of. WPA, work
Well, that's what I
progress.
said. Work something
Work
associated.
Progress Administration or something like that.
Okay, and you were what in 1929? You were about maybe 1907 to 20. You were 17 years old, something like that. My mathematics ain't too good.
Well, deduct 7 from whatever your number you're trying to get, and you'll know how old I was.
7. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, so you were
I was
just
22.
you were 22.
Yeah.
You were 20 also, or 22?
22.
Oh, okay. Not,
Two.
but not 20 also.
No, not 20 also.
How old were you when you got married?
19. I was over 21.
You were what?
Over 21.
You just said 19.
Well,
You lying?
boys had to be 21. Girls could, without getting their parents' consent. And girls had to be 18 to get without their parents' consent.
Oh, so you cheated a little.
I sure did. My dad said if you're going to make a damn fool of yourself, you're going to do it on your own.
And you didn't, though, did you?
No.
But he expected
Yeah, I
you to.
did it on my own, yeah.
But I mean, he expected you to make a fool of yourself.
Yeah, he thought I would. Crying out loud, I was born on April Fool's Day. What does he expect?
Now, how old is Uncle Clifford right now?
He's from 26th of October 1 year to 1st of April 2 years later. He's a year, and from the 26th, from April 1st to the 26th of October, older than I am.
So okay. So he was born about 1905.
Yeah, he was born in 1905. Harold was born in 1904. But Harold was born in June, and Clifford was born in October.
And how about Aunt Lina?
I don't remember just how, I don't know just how old she is, but she's younger than I am.
You want to see her and them on some videotape?
Huh?
You want to see them on some videotape?
Don't make a difference to me.
You got time?
Yeah, I got all kinds of time.
Okay, well, the camera works apparently.
It's blinking, so it must be it's working.
Oh, wait a minute. I got a good picture of you. You're going to love this.
I bet I am.
Wait a minute. Oh, boy.
Casper.
Taking care of them dogs better than he took care of us.
The dogs take care of me.
We took care of you, too. I gave you a car, remember?
Sure you did.
Tell me that story about that car
First
so I don't
chance
forget.
First chance you got, you ran away from home.
I did not.
You sure did.
I didn't run away from home.
Well, you left. Let's put it that way.
Oh. Look at that big television.
Now, excuse me.
Year did you get married now?
1902.
No. Wait, what year did you really get married? 1924?
1926.
26. And you were
Yeah.
19 years old.
Yeah.
And when was Rich born?
1928.
March 11th?
March 11th, 1928.
How come you waited 2 years?
We weren't anxious to have a lot of kids.
Oh.
Get established first.
Oh, okay.
We were smart.
Where was Rich born? On Reno Street?
Great. It's all black now. Ripley. No, not
Ripley?
Ripley. Lloyd was born Ripley. What the heck's the name of that street over there? It's all black anyway.
But it was in Buffalo.
Yeah.
He was, and Rich was born
Purdy Street.
Purdy Street. P-U-R-D-Y?
Yeah.
All right, and he was born at home.
Yeah.
I was the only one born in the hospital, right?
You're the only one that we weren't sure about.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Okay, now, and
Gene was born on 15th Street in Buffalo.
Why'd you keep moving?
We had to. Cheaper to move than to pay rent.
You mean you? What would you do?
I
You'd
was
move into
working for DuPont's at the time.
DuPont's?
Then when Gene was born, I was driving taxi cab for a yellow cab.
For a yellow cab. You were a cab driver. What kind of a car did you drive?
A yellow Knight.
A yellow Knight?
That was the name of it. It was a Willys Knight. They made him for a yellow cab and called him a yellow Knight.
I'll be darned. I never heard of that.
And I don't know if Willys Knight's made anymore. Well, Willys Overland is a offshoot from it, I guess.
Yeah, I think the
they
Cherokee.
merged with somebody.
Well, I'll be darned. The doggone battery light is flashing. So, okay, that was Gene was born on 15th Street.
Yeah.
Richard Gene Maureen was born where?
In South Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Oh, she's a Pennsylvania.
South Williamsport,
South
Pennsylvania.
Williamsport, Pennsylvania. But she's a Pennsylvanian.
Yeah, so is Douglas. Douglas was born in Lock Haven.
I didn't know that.
They're both born in Pennsylvania, and they're both much alike in disposition and everything.
Okay, well, this is on tape now, and everybody's going to see this now.
Well, just hang in there a minute. I got to
Okay.
let the dog.
Jasper. There's that little do-jobber. Take me a while to forget that one. She was born in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
Who was next?
Your brother was next. He was born,
Richard Gene Maureen Lloyd.
was born on Ripley Place. in
On
Buffalo.
Ripley Place. Who's
26
next?
Ripley.
What? 26 Ripley?
I think it was 26, I believe it was.
Okay, next.
And then, oh gee whiz, I forgot who was next.
Thomas. Tom.
Oh, he's the guy who was born on Forest Avenue, Buffalo. 62 Forest.
Gwendolyn.
Born on, this street next to the hospital. I forget the name of it.
You mean you were right next to the hospital and you didn't go to the
Boston
hospital?
State Hospital.
Oh, no wonder. not the right hospital.
All your kids were born at home but you.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then Gwenny was born in, what's the name of the street? You don't remember. All right, let's go to the next one. David.
He was born in East Otto.
East Otto. Beverly.
Beverly was born on Reno Street.
Laverne.
Laverne, Dennis, and Douglas were born on, Laverne
And Douglas.
and Douglas. Douglas wasn't born there.
Oh, okay.
You were. Laverne was born on, Beverly and Laverne were born on Reno Street. And David was born in East Otto.
Beverly, you said was on
Reno Street.
Laverne.
Laverne was born on Reno Street.
Same address.
Yeah,
And I was born at Millard Fillmore.
yeah.
Douglas
Was born
in Pennsylvania.
in Pennsylvania.
Mike.
Was born right here.
Ramona.
Mike and Ramona were born right here.
You mean in this house?
Yeah, right in this house.
Holy mackerel. How about Muriel and Raymond?
They were born, Raymond was born down where Donner Place.
Which is down off of what? Route 219?
Off of 219, yeah, that's where we were there for a while.
And Muriel?
And Muriel was born at the Williams, what we call the Williams Mansion. That was down on the other end of Canada Hill.
And I was the only one in the hospital. And is it true that they were afraid to get any of that ugly on them, and they dropped me when they were tossing me around because nobody wanted to hold
I
me?
have no idea. I wasn't there at that time.
Okay, what did you do when you were a taxi driver in 1929?
Yeah, 1928.
28 and 29?
No.
What'd you do in 29, or were you
Worked for
unemployed?
Chevy plant, Buffalo.
You worked, didn't Gordon?
I worked at the Chevy plant, and I worked I was working there when Lindbergh took the flight across the ocean. And that was before Gene was born.
So then after, how long did you work at the Chevy plant? How many years?
I had credit for 5 years, but I only worked there. I worked there a year, a little over a year, was laid off, and I went down to Pennsylvania, worked in Gene and Richard and Gene were the babies then, and I worked for National Biscuit Company down there until the Depression hit. When the Depression hit, they laid off everybody but one man in the warehouse. That was the guy that was my boss. And they had, from 7 salesmen, they went down to 2, I think it was. From 2 truck drivers, they went down to 1. The guys had to own their own trucks too, but they only kept 1 truck driver, 1 girl in the office, and 1 warehouseman.
Yeah, I'm listening.
And I think 2 salesmen out of 7. And I guess that was the whole sum and substance of it. I don't know what, that was the National Biscuit Company too.
When the Depression hit, was it a sudden thing?
No, it kind of gradually, but it's like it is now. Everybody's getting laid off, you know. And
You figure we're in for another depression?
well, we're close to one, or we just got through one, or something. I have no idea just how you'd call it, but it's much the same as it was then. But it isn't quite as bad as it was then. Then nobody had money, no jobs, or anything else.
When did you deliver? When did you deliver milk?
I never did.
Oh, I thought you worked when you worked with Tonto.
Oh,
you were a truck driver, weren't you?
During the Depression.
But you delivered milk.
No, I didn't deliver milk.
Oh, what did you deliver?
I didn't deliver anything. I delivered the ones who played lacrosse in Buffalo for T.A. Bowman Stoves, which they claim never was played in Buffalo.
Who claimed that?
They're telling it on television. It's the first. This group that they got now is the first ones ever played in Buffalo, according to them.
Have you corrected them?
No. What's the use of correcting them? They know everything.
Oh.
They know the best of everything. They tell you what it is, and then they come back with retractions and so on and so forth for 2 or 3 weeks or months later.
What year was that you worked, that you delivered, that you drove the hockey players around? Lacrosse players?
1933.
33, and that's the year Tom was born?
Yeah, I was just before he was born. It was probably 32 and 33. But we used to go down, we'd go over, I drove 85 miles over into Canada, picked up the players, and come back to Buffalo, left the players off at the auditorium, went home, and picked Mother up, and Ernie Groth picked his wife up, and we went back down, and all of us got in free of charge. And then I'd take them home afterwards. I got $5 a trip. And I had a 1927 Studebaker Commander. And at that particular one, if a front tire on either side went flat, you could drive right along without any problem at all. It has what they called a rigid frame. And it held 18 gallons of gas. Used to cost me $1.80 to fill up before one of those trips. And that was the sole sum and substance of it. It wasn't the 10 cents plus tax and all that. It was 10 cents a gallon.
When did the tax start?
Oh, I don't know.
About 1930s, in the 30s or 40s?
As soon as they could get people working enough so they could collect tax. Cross players for T.A. Bowman Stoves from the Six Nation Reserve in Canada. Brought them to Buffalo. That was $5. And I got another $5 for taking them back to the reserve after the game was over.
So Jay Silverheels, Harry Smith really was an Indian.
Harry Smith knew me real well.
But he really was an Indian, though.
Yeah, he was an Indian. He was related to Ernie Groth. He was his cousin.
Well, I'll be darned. I never knew that.
Jay Silverheels and Harry Smith and Chubb Smith and Beef Smith. There's a bunch of them. All cousins, all lacrosse players. And I used to pick them up and bring them home. I won $5 from Jay Silverheels. had a flat tire on the car, and he said, "You guys got to get out of the back." I said, "Hondo."
Hondo. Okay.
He bet me $5 it was a flat. The rear tire was flat, and I said it wasn't the rear tire; it was the front one. And he said, told everybody they had to get out. And I said, "For what?" "So you can change the tire." And I said, "I'm not going to change any tire back there. I got flat on the front tire. I'll bet you $5 it's in back." And I said, "Well, I'll bet you $5 it isn't." I told him which one it was, and he went around and looked. Sure enough, it was that one. The right front tire went flat, but it was a rigid frame, and I could have run it all the way home if I'd wanted to on that.
A rigid frame,
what
in other
they
words?
call a rigid frame.
So if your tire went flat, it would hold it up off the road,
yeah?
yeah?
Keep it off the road, yeah.
Well, I'll be darned.
So
it was a 27 Studebaker.
Yeah.
Truck or?
27 Studebaker Commander with 2 jump seats in it, and full-length seat for 3 or 4 people in the back, plus the 2 jump seats. And then they had a little chair they set in there between the jump seats, so you could carry anybody. It would carry them, no problem. And the last trip I took over there, the clutch went out, and Ernie and I would stop at the gravel piles, the sand piles on the way home.
Yeah.
We'd get a handful of sand, took the inspection plate off, dropped that down in there. We got home. Enough sand got on the pressure plate and the clutch plate.
The flywheel?
So it would keep going.
Okay, now that was in
31 or 32.
32 or 33, I think you said originally.
Something like that.
Now, what did you do after you drove the lacrosse players around?
What do you mean?
What for employment? Where did
I
you
worked
work?
for the taxi cab company.
But that was after the lacrosse?
Yeah.
Okay, and how, you did that, what, 2-3 years?
No, about a year and a half.
About a year, and that, now, so we're up to about 1934, 35.
Yeah, and about that time, I got work for Hedgem Spalding, went to work for them for 5 seasons.
It was Hedgem, what?
Hedstrom Spalding.
What are they?
Coal company, blue coal.
Oh, 5 seasons, you say, the winter seasons, in other
Winter
words.
season, yeah, you only had the winter season. Then in the summertime, I'd work dump trucks, or drive dump trucks, or whatever, you know. And work out of the Union Hall, go on different jobs. That's where I got working for Buffalo Delivery. And Higgins. Got 5 years in there, worked from Higgins, and then went from Higgins to Buffalo Delivery. No, I went from Higgins out here.
What do you mean out here?
Out here, I come out here to the country. I was gonna make our living off of the farm. Well, it didn't work. So
why was it? Because we were eating you out of house and home?
Couldn't. There was no money, no work around here.
Yeah.
Couldn't get. And the pay rates were much less, about half what they were in Buffalo. So I used to drive to Buffalo and work for Higgins for 5 seasons. Worked for Hawks for a season. There was a place that never laid them off, never laid a man off. And I worked there from, I think it was June until Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving they told me I was laid off. They just didn't have the work. The place never laid anybody off, but they laid me off. And then I come out here and I worked, I don't know, different people out here. I worked over at the farm machinery place over in Franklinville for a while. And then I guess I went back into Buffalo again. I delivered Christmas trees for 8 hours and drove a snowplow the rest of the 12 hours. I drove 80 some hours on the snowplow without a break, never stopping or anything. I'd plow 12 hours in one district, come into the garage to drop the truck off, and they'd give me another truck. They had to have somebody had no operators, so they wanted me to plow in the other one. So I'd work 12 hours in another district. I worked 72 hours 1 week.
Wow.
Without a minute off. And I was dead on my feet. I'd be sanding up Main Street, and that's a tedious job. At that time, two guys would be in the back throwing sand out both sides, you know.
Didn't have the automatic spreaders.
No, that was something unusual. And that would be so slow, I'd have to go 4.5, 5 miles an hour. And I'd start to doze off, and my helper would tap on the cab and wake me up.
I mean, he was watching you more than he was anything else.
Well, he was sanding and doing what he was supposed to be doing, but he kept track of me. He knew what manhole was high and what manhole wasn't when we were plowing. I didn't have to tell him. He would tell me, and I'd go any speed I wanted. That's where Harold and I were going down Main Street. We got into Westminster, where we were going to have our lunch.
Westminster?
Yeah.
That's California, ain't it?
In Westminster Avenue in Buffalo.
Oh, okay.
And we went into the restaurant to have our lunch, and the guy said, "Hey, before you stop for your lunch, call the supervisor at the park." It's the guy we were working under. We called him, and he wanted us to make at least one trip down Main Street before we quit, you know, before we stopped for lunch.
Yeah.
Well, we made it down there. I told Harold had a Stewart, and I had the Big Mac with 16 tons lead ingots on it. They used it at the place that builds the shocks for airplanes and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And they had the 16 tons of ballast on it to test the wheels, see when they dropped down, would it break or would it hold it or whatever, you know. So they had that on it. And I told Harold, I said, "You get out there with your Stewart. We'll give you 2 honks on the horn when you're right. Go in the right speed. I want you to go 30, 35 miles an hour." And he said, "The speedometer's broken. I can't tell when I'm going, what speed I'm going." And I said, "You get out there and I'll give you a toot on the horn when you're going too slow, or a 3 when you're going too fast. 2 when you're going just right." So he got out there and he got going. I gave him the 2 honks on the horn. We went down Main Street, turned around at Ferry and came back up. We were a very short time down there, but when we got back, we had to go into the zoo area. Clinton Buhlman came in from the well-plowed Amherst section. When he hit Bailey and Maine, he thought he was in heaven because the streets were plowed. And he caught us down by the Delaware Park, down Jefferson and Maine, and he said, he was telling them they ought to get, the city fathers ought to get these 2 guys, whoever they are, and let them teach the other plow drivers how to drive. He said he got out at Westbury in Maine, and the guys were, one place the guy was stuck with a snowplow. He couldn't get away from the curb. Another guy was going along with his plow up. And he says, "Here, these 2 boys are coming down there, and they're putting the snow right over the fence into the cemetery." And he said, "Somebody ought to get in touch with those guys and have them teach the other city plow drivers how to do it."
Huh.
When we got back, we didn't have our lunch. They told us not to have our lunch, to go on into the zoo area. We called in to find out what was going on. "Never mind, come on in." We got in there, and our boss was there. "Those are my men going down there." Clint Buhlman was telling all about this. And he saw one guy with a snowplow up. Another guy was stuck at the curb, couldn't get away from the curb. Here these 2 boys were cleaning the street all the way down to Ferry and back. So there was nothing more than a paycheck for us.
You didn't get a dinner or nothing like that?
Not a thing out of it.
He got the credit, though, for having...
Sure.
Yeah.
Those are my boys, you know, that kind of stuff. I said, when I see it in the paycheck, then I'll agree with you, we're your boys, but until then, forget it.
So you never saw it?
Oh, no, we never got it. We had good lunch, got a lunch there. You don't eat lunch, don't eat the lunch you got, we got stuff here for you. And then the guy, the supervisor of that district, I guess it was, we were bucking corners, as they called it, going out after the storm was over, pushing the corners back, you know, so snow was out of the way. And this guy come over, he stopped me and he said, "You guys did one hell of a job here," and he handed me a pint of liquor. And I said, "We're not supposed to drink on the job. Take it home with you." So we did. Put it under the seat. I guess it's still there. I don't know. I don't remember.
You mean you left it there?
Yeah, we put it under the seat. Forgot it.
Forgot it?
You don't pick those things up, you know.
Want to take a half a
Not
minute?
supposed to drink on the job anyway when you're driving.
Half a minute break?
Yeah, half a minute or half hour would be fine.
Half minute.
Half
Okay.
hour would be better.
Alright. So anyway, you didn't, well, that's a much better picture. You didn't get anything. Did
No.
you plow any more that year?
Oh yeah, we plowed more that year. Crying out loud, I went in, every time I went in the garages, someplace else had to be plowed out, and they called it a, City of Buffalo was in a state of emergency, so they couldn't get drivers to drive the plows. So we'd come in after our 12 hours at the zoo and go into another district and work 12 hours in the daytime, come right back and go out to the zoo for another 12 hours.
What's the zoo?
The zoo area.
Oh, the Buffalo Zoo.
Zoo.
Okay.
Over in Delaware Park.
Okay. That lasted what, 4 or 5 years, you say?
No, that was only just that 1 year.
Okay. And what did you do after that?
Come back home here.
You worked the farm here.
Yeah.
So you actually
And
worked this farm then.
Yeah, then I
As
went
for a
went
living.
went in the wintertime to work at Chevrolet plant, and they couldn't let me come home to put in crops here. You know, that time I was just starting farming, and it was starting to put crops in and everything. That would constitute giving me consent, or you know, let me leave their job temporarily to come out here and do another job. And I said, okay, well, forget it then. Have my paycheck ready for me. Well, then they were going to, when I came back in there after, I was out there 2 months putting crops in, getting things ready. When I went back into Buffalo, every time Lloyd come out, the guy that hired people and everything like that,
Personnel manager.
personnel manager would ask me when I was coming in. Come in there. He wanted to see me. So I kept putting him off, and finally Lloyd came out, and he said he wants to see you in there. Cunningham. No,
Not Cunningham.
no, it wasn't Cunningham. I forget what his name was anyway.
He wanted to see you though.
He wanted to see me, so when I went in, he wanted to know when I was coming back to work. And I said, well, I can come in any time then. Okay, he said, you come in and you start right back. So they put me on the same job again. And it was broaching, what did they call them? They're the third iron part on the cars. And drilling the holes in them.
Tie rod?
No, they're third iron they call it.
A third arm?
Yeah. So I broached them, and I went through the usual routine. Finally, I called the lead man over. I said, you better check these holes. They're getting a little bit sloppy in this, where they're drilling for the bolt to go through. Well, he said, you're supposed to watch that. I said, what's my rate? Oh, you're getting started at beginner's rate. Well, I said, I'm a beginner. You're the lead man. You do the thing. You do the job, and I'll do my job as best I can. And
so
he told me that that I was a new man. I'd been off 2 months, so I came back at the beginner's rate, and I said, okay, as a beginner, you can have my pay ready for me Friday night. That'll be it. Oh, you can't do that. And then the superintendent came over, and he talked to me. He said, you can't leave now. And I said, I can if I don't get the money. Am I going to get my regular rate the way I'm supposed to? Well, we can't do that. You're a new man. I said, well, as a new man, have my check ready Friday night. And they did have it ready. They didn't like it, but they had it ready anyway.
So then you came back here.
And then I came back out here. And
This is out here to this farm, right?
Well, I worked around out here a little bit, and there wasn't too much of anything here. I went back into Buffalo, and I worked for Buffalo Delivery for a little bit. And I didn't care for that too much because it was strictly freight, you know. And it wasn't like it used to be. It was the boss of Buffalo Delivery was high up in Chicago on package delivery, and he figured you could deliver a piece of furniture or a refrigerator or a stove in the same length of time it takes to deliver a package. Well, that didn't work. a lot of problems, but
Well, there should have been. I
So
mean, you know, it's twice,
I
10
quit
times the
there.
size.
I went to work for Polini, I guess it was.
Paolini?
Paolini, yeah. And I wasn't supposed to work on any semis. I was just going to work with the dump trucks in the Bethlehem plant. Well, they found out through the union steward that I was had driven tractor and trailer and all that kind of stuff. And that's the guy we want. So I had to relieve men on leave, take their rig for the time they were off, and do the over-the-road stuff. And I got sick of that. I told them that was enough. I didn't want that either. So.
And then you went to Higgins again?
No.
Because I remember you used to bring those trucks out here with those beams on. We used them for wood.
I had to winch myself up over the hill different times to get up here too.
I didn't know that.
Sure, what the heck? Those trucks wouldn't haul a load like I'd bring out, like they'd put on there for me to bring out here. They wouldn't haul that up over that hill.
I had no idea.
I'd run my cable out, put a snatch block on the back of on the front of the trailer rather, and winch the thing up over the hill, hook it to a tree up the top, winch it up over the hill, get where I could haul it again with the tractor, and I'd unhook it then. You do a lot of things.
Well, then after, what was it, Higgins, what was, William Higgins and trucking, William Higgins, was it?
Well, it was with Kathy. Would you shut that, please?
Kathy.
Kathy does that. She opens the door and then. I wonder if our Kathy are here.
I don't know. So, William Higgins, William Higgins?
Higgins' son. Dick and Bill Higgins were the sons.
So there was a William Higgins.
The father was William Higgins.
Okay, so I remember that much right.
He wanted to stay with just the 5 or 6 teams of horses and a couple of cranes, and they were going bankrupt. So Liberty Bank took over the operation. They were in debt to Liberty Bank. They took over the operation with the understanding that young Bill Higgins would be the president of the company and Dick Higgins was the vice president, and they would run the company. Well, they brought in a lot of cranes. They only had a 20-ton and a 40-ton crane when I went there. When I left, they had that 20-ton crane was a toy. They had 40-ton cranes and 30-ton cranes and 60-ton cranes. And had one, I think, 100-ton crane.
Huh.
But they had a bunch of cranes. And I worked for Culp Waco for a week. They had controlling interest in that. And I worked over there for a week to help them out. I got involved in a lot of different things.
Then after, okay, keep going.
The guy from, one of the people from Culp Waco used to live down there. He was, the ones that live on the corner down there next to Maureen and Ralph. What the heck is his name again?
I don't know.
He was, I guess he was a boss in Culp Waco one time in there. But anywho, I was only there for a week, and then came back over. Then I went to work for out in Dutton Street. Houck Brothers.
Houck
Yeah,
Brothers?
That was a place where they never laid anybody off. The guy was never laid off.
What, they laid you off?
I worked there for about 2 months and was laid off. Went in on the day before Thanksgiving.
What year was that?
I think Thanksgiving was on Monday and this is on a Friday. And when I walked in and bought, I said, well, I hate to tell you this, Glenn, but we got to cut down. You're the youngest man, so.
Thanksgiving would have been on a Thursday.
Well, it was the day before Thanksgiving and I got laid off.
Okay, what year was that?
About
1956, 57?
About in there sometime. I forget just how recall what time it was.
So then you came back out here.
Now, knock it off.
Okay, for the time being. Then we got to remember where we were now.
Well, just forget where you were.
Houck Brothers laid you off. All right? That's where we're going to remember.
And then I went to work for this...
Green Thumb.
No.
Oh, no.
Farm machinery people over here.
What was it? You mean over in
Graham and
Salamanca?
Gorecki.
Huh?
Graham and Gorecki.
I started to say Galecki, but it was Gorecki.
Gorecki, yeah.
It was a John Deere place.
Yeah.
You worked for them?
Sure, I worked for them.
I didn't know that. I'll move my feet.
They got highly incensed because they sent me out to pick up a tractor out in Sugartown. I looked at it, pulled the cap off. I could see the gear was busted, and I told the guy that's what happened to it. They got highly incensed because I had the audacity to look at it to find out what was the matter with it.
I didn't realize you worked this stuff. That's where I won my first anything in life. I won some kind of a card table over
Not
there.
there.
It was Salamanca or something like that.
It
A John
was,
Deere dealer.
Randolph.
What was? Oh yeah, Randolph. What was the name of the place though? I thought it was Gorecki or something like that.
No.
It's a good trivia question, huh?
Yeah, it is good. I can't remember names after about so long, so cut it off.
Okay, now we got to remember.
Right there.
We got to remember though, getting laid off from Polini. Right? No.
From Polini.
Now where'd you get laid off that they never laid anybody off?
Houck Brothers.
Okay, Houck's. Down the road, Houck's. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still smoking. Hi, how you doing? They come home in June. No, they were home early, but they had to go back. Come on, Debbie. That's how you're going to remember Mom. Where are we going? In the corner? She's sticking me in the corner. We're going in the corner.
Lloyd.
Oh, thank you. I saw it.
Hello, Jimmy. How you doing?
Fine.
Good. What's Jimmy doing? Jimmy, what are you working?
Staying out of trouble.
Staying out of trouble? Who's the little boy?
Joel.
What?
Joel.
Who?
Joel.
Joel. Hi, Joel.
You want me to get a regular?
Here.
Dennis, what'd I tell you?
3 years old?
Yes, didn't I tell you? Boy. Yes. Oh, you would be on for about a half hour.
I got some more. How old are you?
14.
What?
14.
14. You're getting too old. But keep it up. Hello, Lloyd. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How many years did you work there?
Too many.
How many really?
25.
25?
Corn fight.
Well, but you also, CF, Consolidated Freightways.
All right.
You actually worked a few years at other places to build up that retirement, all right?
Sure.
So you got the truckers, you got the retirement from the union.
Teamster Prince.
From the union.
Yeah.
Right. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
What?
Listen.
Okay, is
That's
Glenn
enough.
coming?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
Thank
know.
you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for this interview.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
Hannon.
Heather what?
Hannon.
Hannon? Heather Locklear? Is that a movie star?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're pretty.
Thank you.
Bye.
Video for when Ronnie and Ginny bring our video camera, and then you're going to be on the other end of the stick.
That's good. I love it.
All right.
Dennis. Holy mackerel, I don't think it's gonna work. I'll put it up like that. Nope, that ain't the way. Whoop, that's screwed up. You know you hold it still, right?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, you got it. You hold it still and you turn slowly.
Hey, don't pull on too many people.
Yeah.
Holy. Is that Glen Aaron? Hi, Glenn. Squeeze. Squeeze, how you doing? Hi, Serena. You remember me?
Sort of.
Kid, huh?
Sort of.
You don't remember me. I'm crushed. I'm crushed. Now, a few seconds on each person. Okay. Okay, stop, please.
That's an insult to me.
You know who I am. No, it isn't.
I'm fatter.
You know who I am. You come to my house and all.
Who's that one?
So who am I? Uncle Dennis. And this is Uncle Ted.
I'm Uncle Lloyd.
This Uncle Lloyd.
And there's Uncle Laverne right there. That's Uncle Laverne.
Get out of here, goofy.
Hi.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Shake my hand, can you?
Hello, Ralph.
Oh.
Hey, Ralph.
I got it better.
I wanted to let people see you. Well, we had a couple of people come, but
You're hired.
Okay.
Shut that thing off.
What?
Aren't here yet?
Maybe they're not going to be able to make it.
They weren't.
What?
Like this one here, I like this one.
Now, she also.
first of all, I gotta tell you, last year,
Yes, she does.
I don't hate that thing, Dennis.
I don't want you to record what I'm saying.
Get that damn thing out of my face.
No, I'm not going to. No.
What?
You heard me. Get that damn thing out of my face. I don't even say damn it.
Do it off so I can see you.
that's all right.
Come on.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I was in there one time, but not with you.
He was in there.
Hi.
I
finally remembered. These are these probably giving me a weird face. Okay. Unopened.
Are you stock bark reading now?
Whatever it
Yeah, I
takes.
was.
Whatever it takes.
Are you making one of those funny things?
Hi.
Yes.
Marge,
What?
Debbie.
What?
Debbie.
What'd you say?
Are you making one of those funny things?
No.
Roger.
An hour long?
Yeah.
Where did you come from?
North Buffalo.
You live in
Kenmore.
Buffalo?
Yes, we do. Kenmore Avenue, the heart of Buffalo.
You work
It's a
in Buffalo?
wonderful city. We have
You You work there too?
Yeah.
Do you?
He was here.
Uh-oh. Shh.
See those cars. See the cars out there. Right?
This guy Black, you see the cars? Why are all these cars here?
More lights.
Surprise! Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Grandpa.
Hey, I got a problem.
Happy birthday to you.
No wonder I couldn't get her.
Hey, you. Oh, sorry, Dad. Heather, come here. Mom, you're in the...
Hello, Rich.
Hi.
Stay right here with me. Oh, wait, let him go. Hey, I just got up. Come on. Hi, Kevin. Hi, Uncle.
Hello, Danny.
Look at these guys. Hi. Oh, yeah, you know, everybody knows her.
I parked right behind you.
Good timing, huh? I go, Patty. I had to convince you all the time.
Oh, stop taking a picture. He's still up. Hi.
Get rid of those.
Will you get rid of that camera?
This is Beverly Smith.
You can't get them to do that too often.
No.
Right, Debbie?
Having an auction.
You know, you're not going to... No.
It's messed up. Beverly Smith.
That's fine.
Okay.
I can tell you don't care.
Yes, we did. I believe so. Did you get one of those?
Try this one. This one has as low as that one. Try it. Good. Done and over now. I can leave. That's why I said that high.
Janelle. Did.
Not in that chair.
Not really. Oh.
There's two of the cards. That's from Gail. Gail and the other great grandchildren. That's from Gail. She can't make it. She's got to go to Gail, Gerald, and Dale's kid. They all sign that. Oh, there they are. Thank you.
Hi, Aunt Bertha.
Give me that camera. Hi.
Thank you.
Hi.
What's your name now?
Diane Horrigan.
Is your husband here with you?
Yeah, he's right up there with Kelsey.
I saw him in a store yesterday.
I know he told me.
He did?
Yeah.
It was nice of him, wasn't it?
Nice of who?
Nice of him to tell you that he saw
Oh,
me.
yeah, it was.
How about that? Otherwise, you didn't know we were here, right?
Hi, Diane. No.
You didn't?
I
You didn't know we were here?
No, I knew. Mom and Dad told me.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Are you looking for Deidre? Deidre, did you see who's here?
Hey, sir. Who's this little kid? Who's that kid?
Is that good?
Who is it?
Thank you. No problem.
Who is that?
Elsie. You wait.
Hi.
How's Uncle Dennis?
Super. How about you? Where's Skinny Domino is going to be breaking the ball there.
Bradley's waiting for Doritos.
I'm not helping. Get out
What? I heard that these tapes don't last more than about 15 years. I had to get out of his
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Well, you heard wrong.
Well, park opens until dusk. Isn't it hurting yet? It opens till dusk? Yeah. Are your eyes hurting yet? No. Hello, everyone.
Got enough of it.
Anything on this? You want me to say anything that you can bring back on me a couple of years from now? I think you're highly overpaid at Delta Airlines.
Oh, nice.
And there goes my cards that I used to get.
Oh, nice.
Delta cards.
Bye.
Bye, Bridget.
Bye.
Where you going?
Away.
Where you gotta go?
And I wasn't even driving.
Yeah, I know it. Some people get in trouble so easy.
I heard it's going to cost me $75. You know what? What am I going to wish for new
Craig.
You don't like cameras?
Hey, look at this, Craig.
I know what it is. It's a camera.
Are you sure? No.
Get that camera out of my face.
Hey, do you ever watch those things when you go home?
What?
Do you ever watch those when you go home?
Yes, I do. You want to see some of them?
No. I can see right in there in the
Someday
the
you'll
thing.
regret
I want to see the plane.
I'm a wannabe.
A what?
A wannabe.
You want to be what?
I want to be working, making money.
Oh, well, do it.
Well, I will as soon as I get a job.
Mr. Eisman, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing.
How's your daughter's doing?
They're doing good.
Tell me about Sherry. She's in Istanbul.
No,
Where?
Incirlik.
And where?
Incirlik.
Incirlik?
Turkey.
That's in Turkey. And what's she doing over there?
Waiting to come home.
When's he going to be able?
June 8th.
And what?
June 8th.
June 8th they're coming home?
Yep, then they're going to Cheyenne, Wyoming.
How long? Will they be there a couple of years? or
1
what?
year and he's out.
He's not going to retire?
Nope. He's smarter than that. He's getting out.
Okay, well, very good. Thank you for talking to me.
Yep, okay.
Heather, I can't see you. I can't see you, Heather. It's Brian. Wait back up. Kid Brian. What are you doing? You going to school now for a living?
No, I'm done.
You're done? You graduated?
Yep, I'm teaching.
What are you teaching?
I'm teaching music in
Fourth.
Olean.
What grades?
K through 5, general music.
K through what?
5.
Is that
So kindergarten through 5th grade.
Is that right?
Yep. Oh my.
Who's this, Maureen?
She brought me some music.
No. You remember me? No, you don't. You probably never will. Huh? You're pretty, Crystal.
I don't want to be on there. How long does it? Who's the guilty person? Look them all and tell you who's the guilty person. Dennis, check this out on the table, Maureen. Wait a minute, Maureen. She wants to know who's the guilty one. Look at the stuff on the table. Here, I'll take that.
Patsy over there.
He's going to clean up his mess.
That was Ronnie, that's all. He kicked over a lot of stuff.
I'm very tired.
Tommy Lynn. Hi, Tommy. How are you?
How are you?
I'm doing all absolutely. Something, one or the other.
Yep.
I'm
There's a
hungry.
lot more people in here.
No, everybody said that so far. You're not alone. I can't see nothing but the whites of your eyes there.
That's okay.
No, you look okay. There you go. Let's go. Where are you working?
Take the cue
For a
ball
guy
away
from
from
Pennsylvania, drilling water wells.
Really? Not too good, huh?
Oh, very good.
Oh, really?
Very good.
Very good. You make.
I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
Did you ever write that book you're going to write?
Which time?
I didn't miss that part.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough answer, ain't it?
Because she's a Tony. Not currently, I'm not. But in a higher sense, yes. Of course. I think we all are. And by the way, happy birthday, Grandpa.
He'll like that.
Of course he will. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
How are you, Uncle Wes?
I'm all right, for an old dude.
So am I for an old dude.
My grandson calls me dude.
Dude?
Dude.
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 Which one is that?
William.
I think that's your only
What's your
grandson.
name?
Val.
What?
Val.
Val?
Yeah.
Valerie?
Yep.
Hi, Valerie. How are you?
Hi.
What are you, about 16 now?
No.
10?
No. Almost
14?
12.
What?
Almost 12.
Well, you're a very pretty lady. Keep up the good work. Ronnie, you didn't. No, I didn't. Good break. Good break. Lindsay, look up here, Lindsay.
Lindsay, look at Uncle Dennis.
I watched hot.
Do it for me, okay?
Yeah, Lindsay, look at Uncle Dennis. I thought that your voice was hers. You guys all know that like and everything.
What?
Grow up and you get old.
What?
I said it's okay when you're little and cute, but then you grow up, you get old, you don't be an ugly and grumpy.
But you're none of the above.
Oh, but I am.
Let me see. He's 27 and Sarah's 60, so 11 years.
He's filming me and getting undressed. I'm not Diane's kid.
And you're...
Audrey, yes.
Got it.
You got it, finally.
Took me about 9 years.
Yeah.
I still won't get it the next time.
Last time you were home, you got it.
Did?
And then you forgot.
Douglas, bend over backwards there. You see this bald spot? Holy mackerel.
Ah, your sunglasses.
Jeez. You want to see it?
White into it. Got him cracking open.
58. Good Lord, he's 2 years younger than I am. What?
Sing happy birthday again.
Now what? Blow him out again.
Blow him out.
Blow him out. Whoa. Okay.
There, how's that?
That's good, thank you. Do something. Cut it again.
He's 26.
There you go. What'd you say, Dad?
Nothing like being camp.
Audrey, did you see that? She smiled. She goes, that's a wig. These are wigs. She did.
Okay.
The warm one.
Quit talking behind my back.
Hey, I like those red suspenders. I could use those from the doggone stock. Smile when you're looking.
Dennis!
Do I have to show him? This is Sunday, so I wore my holy sock.
You also got your seam on crooked. What's the matter with you? In the mirror?
Well, wait a minute, I'll fix it. It's okay, Rich. Go. I got one on the other foot too, Dennis. See, I got two of them.
What am I looking at?
That one's crooked too.
His nylons.
They're not nylon. They're starting to turn on everybody. You're showing them your legs. They're not nylon. They only look like nylon.
Nice Jim.
Hey, Beverly's leg.
Linda. Linda.
Hi, Dennis.
Look this way or else I'll shoot you.
See, it runs in the family. That's where Diane gets it from.
I did? Who's that lady behind you?
Nobody.
Nobody.
You know that one? Hi. I'm putting this up your head, up your nose now.
Tommy Lynn.
You call me Bing Bing.
Line defecation.
Same to you.
Dad, take that thing and go look at the beer garden out there. You damn rednecks don't have that shit down there in North Carolina.
Don't do that again. Hey, if you do that again, I'll move your eyes like you did just then.
That's right.
Up, move them up. Look up real high.
Hey, Posty, where you at?
Yeah, really. I know. Open on the table. How old is he? Really?
Hey, Linda, what are you doing wrong, right? What's her name again?
Kelsey.
Kelsey. Hi, Kelsey.
Kelsey, look.
Kelsey. Hi, Kelsey.
What is that?
What is that, huh?
Say hi.
Kelsey.
Say hi. Say bye. Yeah.
Don't mind what?
Being, I don't mind. I don't mind cameras. I don't mind tapes. As long as I'm not on them.
You're not on them.
Okay.
You're not on them.
For Nintendo. Football. Anything he wants. No, I was gonna.
Three-day fighter, I got mine.
Anything like any things from home. You need a cup of water. You know, like things. I gave it to his chemistry size.
Australia.
You know, I talked to a guy in Sydney, Australia one time.
You did. You did your
On my radio.
You did. On your radio.
I asked him. Where the kids go?
I know.
I got it right. I was right. I know. Kip, how you doing, Kip?
That's the hard part.
Hey, don't do that.
Well, I wish you wouldn't do that. You eavesdrop.
You know, my little Yeah. Marge wouldn't do that if she were your age. Be more like your aunt. Oh.
I might see her.
Yeah.
And what?
How is she having you get a couple of years?
Hey, Ralph, where you going?
I know. Well, that's the thing. It's a new program. You're not just working with people coming to school. You're going to their home. You're part of the family.
Come back, no. Fine. It doesn't have it on me or not. Just don't put any close-ups in there.
Thank you.
Job that way, you know.
Only been here a couple hours.
Yeah. You know that I had surgery.
Actually, I only worked 4 weeks, about 1 month. I was laid off right around New Year.
I wish you weren't taking my picture right now.
Is Johnny here?
No.
Where's Johnny? start going?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
No pictures.
No pictures. You know, you are very annoying.
I said you could care.
I could give a shit how many years.
Right.
Yes, I have to go.
You do?
Yes. Beverly does.
What?
Beverly does.
She does?
Yes.
Whoa! Give Mr. Camera here. He had a joke for every occasion. Flores can do that.
I never watched her without laughing.
Roger Waldron. I remember right here though. That Flores too.
Here we go.
He's got a joke for every day.
Those new ones.
Lloyd, he's
Lloyd, he may have a lot of them because some of that money he's had for a long time.
Like I felt like a honey.
That's a nice house. Somebody got your story to do. That's a nice hour.
Oh, I thought they were looking back there. Oh.
I need lures.
Hey, what'd you say you're,
My fishing hat. I need to pin a few lures on there.
oh, do it.
Major improvement over 1970. No, that's.
I don't know.
What'd you
I'm
say?
giving him advice to the love-worn.
Oh,
Don't make it still. Don't make it a still picture. Oh, you're doing that. You gotta look so they don't flatter me. That's this.
I'm putting it on, see?
Yeah.
Did you call me? No, I have to go in the house. Can you wait? You have to come in with me.
Tell her we're leaving.
We're happy that way.
Wait a minute. Ron, Linda wants to take our picture.
She wants some pennies.
I'm wondering if it's because of the rat. Was it because of the rat?
Smile. Getting chilly out here. I'm not used to this. Bye.
We'll see ya.
See ya. Let me see your hair. Turn around. That's pretty. What's your name?
Chrissy.
Chrissy what?
Ryan.
Chrissy what?
Ryan.
Ryan? R-Y-A-N? What is it?
C-R-Y-A-N.
C-R-Y-A-N? Look up at the sky but hold your head down. Okay.
Look here, Ralph. It's my hand right now. Look in it.
I'll shut it off.
Boy, I guess you trust everybody here.
Johnny? Where is it?
I agree, ladies.
No, well, they do. They, even women. Better not start any male dominance. No male dominance situations here, please. I might have to jump ship. Hi, Lynn.
It's those good ones you like. No more camera.
What?
There's the whole girlfriend.
This guy here.
Okay, I didn't know that. It's mother and daughter.
Here's you. You're in my road again.
I am?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That camera's in my road again.
Mother and daughter. Huh?
You can tell. Looks exactly
Who's
like
this
me.
kid? Who's
I
this?
already told you.
What's your name then?
Crystal.
Crystal.
Yes.
Where's your brother? Yes. Bye, Glen Aaron.
Bye. I got it on film. Oh, wonderful.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you in the summer, right?
Hopefully, if the good Lord is willing.
Bye, Glenn. Yeah.
What grade are you in?
Second.
What?
Second.
Second? Okay, well, good luck at school.
Okay.
See you in, yeah, okay. See you in August, okay?
Okay.
Bye.
I don't think people need to see me eat.
Is it unusual that you eat?